Hello, Chamabuki, can you hear me?
You, sir. I can hear you loud and clearly. Can you hear me,
Okay.
sir?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Amazing. It's good to be here. Good
It's
to
good to
connect
have
with you.
you.
Thank you.
Actually, we've been waiting for you, and in fact, the atmosphere is charged already. So let's just kick the ball starting. Let me hand you over first to Shampepe, the forest lady boss. So she will do the introduction. Then I will just ask you a few questions. Then while Miss Martin comes in with her testimony, her experience with what we are going to be talking about. I hope you're cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Yes.
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 All
Okay.
right.
So, Lady John, so up to you.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Good day, everyone on the call. Mr. Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Super excited to have my superstar coach and mentor on the call today, Chairman Buki Oshino, the first female chairman in the whole of Africa. She is my own personal coach and mentor. She's somebody I love so much with all of my heart because of her sacrifices, because of the value she brings to. She never gave up on my case. In fact, I'm super pumped up. I'm super excited. Bringing her up on calls are usually not easy because she's a very busy person. I am grateful to you, Chairman Buki Oshinowo, my own personal coach and mentor. Thank you for creating time to come up on this call. I appreciate you so much for everything that you do. I love you so much because of your impact, because of all that you've done for me. Because of you today, I am trading big time in this industry. I am making profit on a daily basis. I want to super celebrate you. I want to appreciate you for everything. Thank you once again for making our time to be on this call today. I'm glad you're here. Mr. Alex, can you take it
Yeah.
away from me?
Okay. Chamabuki, like I have said, I have
Yes.
welcomed you specially to this program. But
Thank
first,
you.
I want to ask you. People have consistently said that forest is a very complex institution. People find it very difficult for them to master the process. But you guys have come up with a model which is I mastery that simplifies, that demystifies all the processes of forest. Please, can you? I'm eager to know. Can you please explain the processes? What I mastery? What makes it to be different? How did you people demystify the mystery around forest and make it very simple for people to understand?
Thank you so much, Mr. Alex. Thank you for having me. I do want to apologize for coming on the show late. We had some technical issues, network issues.
Okay.
You know what it can be like in this part of the world. It's such a privilege and a honor. To God alone be all the glory. Somebody listening is saying, what has God got to do with this? We're here to talk about money matters. We're here to talk about business. But I'll say to you everything. In God we live, we move, we have our being. Everything is encapsulated in God. Success in life is 95% spiritual. And the earlier you understand that, the better and the easier it will be for you, someone that is listening to you. And back to you, Mr. Alex. I thank you for the opportunity of bringing me on this show. It's one that I do not take for granted at all. And indeed, to our viewers, to our listeners watching the show, in answer to your question, the thing is this. If you don't understand a terrain, a space, and how things work, then it becomes complex. Let me say this. If you don't know how to switch on the gas cooker, boiling an egg becomes complex. If you don't know how to drive an automobile, driving a car becomes complex. Things become complex because people don't know how to work it. That is it. Lack of knowledge, lack of understanding makes things complex. There are a lot of things that you have called complex just before you got where you are today. Before you became a TV presenter, you probably called it complex. So when people don't understand a thing, it becomes complex. The truth of the matter is that anything in life can be decoded. Anything in life can be simplified. Anything in life can be broken down to kindergarten level. As long as one person has done it, let me even shock you. Even if it's a terrain that nobody has dared before, somebody had to go to space to show us that it is possible for people to go outside of the earth. Somebody did it. Somebody broke the jinx. So even if nobody has ever done it before, people are doing it. And that's why we have people we call the groundbreakers. That's how we have people we call the trailblazers, people who do things first, who get there first. Somebody did it, and then now everybody knows it is doable. So the same thing applies to the space of Forex. People call it complex because they don't know how to do it. When I didn't know how to operate the Zoom webinar, it was complex to me. But now I know it's like the back of my hand, so it's like a walk in the park. So I'd like to make that clarification. How have we gone to this stage? What have we done to simplify the process? And I'll tell you. My name is Buki Oshino, as I've been introduced. I'm a chairman leader in I Am Mastery Academy globally. This is the company that has come together to bring simplicity to the process of learning how to trade, not just Forex. I must say that Forex is not the only asset that we train people on how to trade. We also do crypto, and we do traditional Forex. We do binary options, which are different models of trading. And we actually also train people how to trade stocks. So Forex is a general term, but we're not limited to just Forex. We do crypto, we do everything, we trade everything tradable in the financial market. So what have we done? This company called I Am is a first-class Forex education and software provider. Basically, what this company has done is to put together a system, an educational platform that puts together a number of applications, a number of software, a number of tools together that allows a total rookie to learn. Right? So what they have done is not to introduce trading. Trading has been around since the early 1930s. It's made a lot of billionaires all over the world. This is something we know. But up until now, it was very heavy on the brain. It was very technical. It was very, to use your words, people couldn't decode it easily. So the only thing that this great company that I partner with, called I Am Mastery Academy, has done is to now demystify by introducing a set of tools that have simplified the process of learning. So what we have done that is given people an edge in this market in terms of learning is that learning has been simplified. In the words of one of my people, he says, trading has now become pure water. And that is why a 12-year-old Mr. Alex can come on board and learn because of the simplicity that this company has brought. 3 things this company has brought to the table. Number 1, simplicity. And that is in answer to your question. They have actually broken it down into models, right? That anybody can learn. And one other thing they've done is that they haven't assumed prior knowledge. And that is why a total rookie, never ever traded before, can come in and get started from the level of what is Forex, what is trading, what is cryptocurrency, So it assumes no prior knowledge. It takes everybody as someone without any prior understanding of the space. So it takes you from the very, very beginning. So they have brought simplicity in that sense. Number 2, they have brought affordability. The cost of learning with us is next to nothing. I'm glad to explain this to someone, and this will put a smile on somebody's face. Before now, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you would be looking for an arm and a leg to learn how to trade the financial market. It costs a lot of money. American Institute of Forex, it was just somewhere that was reserved for the wealthy people. It's no longer the case. So the second thing that we have brought with us is affordability and then accessibility. The space is now more accessible to the regular person because what I Am has done is to bring the celebrated Wall Street of New York City to the main street of Abuja, to the main street of Lagos, whereby a regular, ordinary person, seemingly ordinary person, who is determined to turn their lives around, who is deliberate and intentional about making the year 2021 count, can come on board and learn, obviously guided by us, obviously mentored all the way from day one by ourselves in the space. So that is what we've done simplify the process of learning, broken down with tools, applications, and software.
Wow, I'm amazed.
Thank you.
I'm amazed by your explanation so far. Honestly, I'm amazed. I want to ask you, okay, like you have said that IML Academy have simplified the process of trading that even a rookie can come on board and start earning while he's still learning. Okay, now what I want to ask
Absolutely.
you, okay, what I want to ask you, what are the tools? Because if I'm thinking about working, what are the tools that actually help you simplify this processes for people to get into the forex market?
Okay, what the tools that people need?
Yes.
Let me tell you, the number one tool that anybody needs to win in the space, number one is the right mindset. People are expecting me to talk about, their laptops, their computers, their internet, but that is not it. I'm telling you, the first tool you need to win as a total rookie never trader before in this space is your mindset. Why do I say mindset? Because mindset is the bedrock of everything. Everything rises, everything falls on mindset. If you're winning in life, it's because of the kind of mindset that you carry. If you're failing in life, it's also because of the mindset you carry. And it applies to every sector, every space. It's not peculiar to trading. So it is the first tool that you need. It is the first requirement. It is the first essential that you need to bring to the space. Your mindset has to be right. In the words of Brock Foster, if you can hold it in your mind first, you will eventually hold it in your hands. You cannot go into a future that you cannot see. You come in, you are very well educated, you're exposed, you had a first class in Harvard University, but your mindset is what? You ain't gonna win in trading. That is the truth. So 94% of the time, it has to do with your mindset. How far you go has to do with your thinking, your processes, the way you think, the way you talk, your feelings, the emotions, the energy that you emit. And all those things has to do with your mindset. So your mindset has to be right. In a layman's term, what I'm saying to you is that you have to see yourself winning in the space, even before it happens. You have to come in with the determination, with this mindset that if it's worked for a Buki Oshinowo, if it's worked for a blessing, the Forex ladybus, ordinary people, they came in knowing nothing. They learned it, they subjected themselves to mentorship, and today they have emerged, creating crazy numbers on a daily basis. It will have to work for me. So if you come with that mindset, you won 90% of the way already. The second thing is your willingness to learn. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. This is not one of those crazy businesses out there. Here today, gone tomorrow. This is not a pump and a dump, up and down kind of a thing. This is a skill set. It's a professional space. So you have to come with the willingness to put in some work. So there is a process to it. So don't think it's something that will happen to you in a day or two. Give yourself a couple of months. 6 months down the line, you will shock yourself. Your own results will shock you. So that is the number 2 tool. And then coming back to what people really want to hear, with a simple device, you're ready to go. Some people trade on their phones, your smartphone. Every phone that people carry right now, Mr. Alex, is very smart. Unfortunately, these phones are smarter than the carriers of them. That is it. It's carrying a smartphone, and that phone is not making you revenue, it's not making you money in this 21st century, then that phone is a dull phone. Or maybe the carrier is a dull person. In this 21st century, your phones are machines, and they should be making you money at least in the digital space. So you need a simple device. It can be as simple as your smartphone, as simple as your laptop, your desktop, your tablet, whatever it is, to trade the financial market. Then, of course, you will need your writing materials to take notes. You need access to the internet so you can log in, because Forex trading is an online thing. It doesn't matter where you are being taught or how you're being taught. Anybody that is going to learn how to trade has to have access to the internet because it's primarily an online business. I need to let people know that. So coming into those space, you can't win if you still have the mindset of going missily on your mind, on your data. You want to save on your data, then this may not be for you. But if you're somebody out there that is willing to learn, you have the right mindset, you have a simple device that you can work with, and you're ready to spend some money on data, then you're good to go. So those are the prerequisites, I would say.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question. You have been a mentor, you have mentored a lot of people, even Sean Pepe have testified how you have taken out time molding her. And okay, I want to ask you, there are some people who come in, you're talking about mindset, I know. There are people who come in, they have the mindset, and they actually want to learn, they are ready to learn. But at a certain point, they get frustrated because maybe they think they are losing money or they're actually not making the kind of money they think they're going to make. And how are you able to handle people like that during the process? Because you have been mentoring people.
Absolutely. Thank you. What we say to people like that is that patience is part of the process. They always say patience is a virtue. Indeed, it is a virtue. I tell people in the space, when I started trading Forex, it was actually coming into a space like this that taught me the level of patience that I have. It's okay for people to say, oh, I'm not greedy. It's okay for people to say, oh, I'm a patient person, until they come into a space like this. Because Forex trading the financial market, whether it's Forex or crypto, will teach you patience, whether you like it or not. So what I tell people is that we educate them. Education is key, Mr. Alex. If people don't have an understanding, it becomes an issue. So one of the things we do, even from the very first training, from the basic training they get, we actually, part of the curriculum is mindset building, trading psychology. So you are getting started on the right pedestal. We are teaching you from day one that, listen, mindset is part of the game here. So when people come in, and we will prepare their mind, are there going to be times that you will lose money? Yes, there will, because it's a process. You're only learning. So we would have educated them. So how do I handle that as a leader, as a mentor? Education. Education. There are another thing that I like to throw in for beautiful people that are watching the show is that you don't necessarily have to lose, especially at the beginning, because there's something we call demo account. Demo account is a short word for demonstration account. So in trading, every newbie gets started with a demo account. No matter what you're trading, you have access to a free demonstration account. And it's on this demonstration account that we expect you to practice what you're being taught, especially in the early days. So this is something that helps you to minimize your risk and your exposure. You perfect your craft with someone else's money, because the money in the demo account is not yours. So that removes sentiments, it removes emotion. So when you're confident enough, when you begin to build your demo account and there's some level of consistency, we tell you launch into your real account when you are ready. No pressure whatsoever, because we know there's nowhere you're running to. The market is not running away. So however long it takes you is totally irrelevant. What is most important is that you crack it. And once you crack it, you have cracked it for life. Nobody can take away that skill set. So that is how we do it. We train them. We educate them. Education is very key. And when people lose, because that is not, it's inevitable. When you eventually launch into your live account, there will be days that you have drawdown. But we also educate them that a drawdown is not a losing trade. The fact that you are in minus $20 doesn't mean you have lost $20. You haven't actually lost that money until you close that trade. So we educate them that drawdowns are okay. I've been in a drawdown of over $10,000, Mr. Alex, and it corrected itself just because my analysis were right. And a trade that put me in a negative of over $10,000 corrected itself and still put another $10,000 in my pocket. So the fact that you're in a drawdown doesn't automatically mean you've actually closed the trade and lost that money. Drawdowns are drawdowns. It's part of the movement in the Forex market. The market goes up and down. It's in a wave. It's like a sea movement. It goes up and down. right up, and then it retraces, it pulls back, and then it corrects itself. So those are the things we try to expose people to. We let them understand that. And the fact that you've lost that $10 to the market doesn't mean you won't make it back. Your next trade can put $50 in your pocket. So these are the things we tell them. We show them scenarios. We use our own selves as life examples. We tell our stories. We let them know that it wasn't so from the beginning, that where we are now is very good, but we also went through that process. Eventually they get it. At the beginning, it can be a bit of a challenge, but eventually, because of the mindset they have, like I told you, if your mindset is right, if it's healthy, eventually there's nothing you cannot beat. So that is how we actually deal with those things.
Honestly, I wish you could go on and on and on.
Trading, I would like to say that trading is the only business that allows you to even determine your risk before you go into it. What am I saying? If you go into real estate and you buy a piece of land, when you start construction and you dig that piece of land, whatever you find beneath the land is your call. Whatever it is, whether it's water, whether it's a sea of rubbish, you just never know. What I'm trying to say is that there's an element of risk to every venture. Waking up every day, leaving your home, there is an attached to risk. You just have to weigh the risk. Do you know that trading is the only form of investment in the world that allows you, Mr. Alex, to determine your risk level even before you hit the market? So you can wake up that day and say, I want to trade today, but today my risk appetite is very minimal. I don't want to lose a lot of money. As a result, I want to set my risk to just 2%. And you will set your parameters even before you hit the trade to that 2%. So when you have a drawdown of that 2%, you know what the system does? It automatically cuts you off the trade. So your risk is minimized. No other business allows you to determine your risk because you just never know. But in trading, you have the capacity, you have the ability to control your risk.
Wow. Honestly, I wish you could continue and on and on and on. Honestly, it's very exciting moment with you. But first, let me bring Miss Martin in because she has been a student, so she has her own results, she has her own testimony. Hello, Miss Martin.
Hello, Mr. Alex.
How are you doing?
Good afternoon, and thank you. I'm very fine, thank you.
So you can see your chairman up there, and you have heard her analysis, and if you're entertaining some fear between them, you can hear her. And I think, well, first of all, let me hear your testimony. You have been a student of this IM Mastery, and they have taught you a lot of things, and now you are standing out on your own. So just quickly, let me hear your processes. What have been your fears? What have you overcome? And what are your future confidence?
Thank you, Mr. Alex, for the opportunity to speak on this show. And good day, Chairman Buki. I'm so excited to be on this call with you. I've been looking forward to joining you on such a call like this. And thank you, my mentor, Lady Boss, for this opportunity too. It has been an exciting journey with IM Academy and IM Mastery Academy. I've learned a lot of things, and I've been trading for almost 2 years, and luckily for me, I started my journey by joining IM Mastery Academy. And I've gotten to the point now in my trading where I use some of the apps they have on the system to trade on my own. So it has been a very exciting journey for me.
So the app have been helping you to earn, and you are counting dollars as we speak at the moment.
Yes, every day I earn almost 1 to 2% of my trading account every day, using some of the apps, using the Harmonic Scanner and the dollaring apps on the from the academy, and also following the educators. So it's a journey of increase for me.
Wow, that's interesting. Honestly, your testimony inspires me. I hope it will also inspire a lot of people out there. So let me go back to Buki right now. Okay, as we get this thing closed down, what do you have to tell people who are still between, how will I call them, on the fence? Should I go? Should I not go? What are the risks involved? What are the risks not involved? Because people will hear all your analysis and they will still have a negative mindset towards a situation.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Alex. What are my final words for someone that is watching this show and happens to belong to the category of people that are sitting on the fence? What I'd like to say to you is that whilst you're seated on that fence, watching and doing nothing, somebody is changing their story. They're changing their destiny.
Yeah.
One of my mentors, Coach Stephen, put a post up one day and it really inspired me and it stuck with me and I quote it everywhere I go. The rich people are busy making money. They're clearing away, changing their lives and destinies, whilst the poor people are calling everything a scam. What I'm going to say to someone out there is that unless you understand a thing, you can't be conclusive about it. Forex is risky. Forex is a scam. It's too expensive. You need to get some understanding. Forex trading the financial market, trading crypto has been totally demystified. The process of learning is no longer what it used to be 20 years ago. I Am Mastery Academy has been able to demystify the process. People are winning, lives are changing. What I'm going to say to someone out there is you want to take a chance on destiny. Nothing happens until you move it. Nothing moves until you move it. This may be your next big bang. And on a final note, you keep saying maybe it's not. You're listening to the speculations. You're listening to the naysayers. You are listening to the negative vibes, the biases, and the rumors. Why don't you check it out yourself? Because you may never know. You just never know. It won't be it. It's not the thing. It's not what you're looking for. What if? Just what if? You try it, you give it a go, and it turns out to be your next big bang. Don't miss out on an opportunity that could have changed your life just because of your doubts, your insecurities, your fears, and your mistakes of the past. A lot of people will say, I lost $10,000, 10,000 naira to MMM. Because of that, they have shut their eyes on great opportunity. Let me say to you, once those eyes are closed, great opportunities will pass you by. People are winning. Lives are changing. You now have to be open-minded because you just never know.
Thank you very much, Lady B.
Mr. Alex, I can hear you.
So, your final word. She has said everything, even more. In fact, I don't know how to say more, how to quantify it. She has said everything that needed to be said on this program. So just your final word. Either you appreciate her, or I don't know how you're going to make a final word, but she has said everything that you needed to see.
Yeah, I would like to celebrate greatness in the house. I would like to celebrate my own personal coach and mentor. Thank you for making our time to come up on this call. I super celebrate you. I love you so much for everything that you do. I can't thank you enough for this opportunity because you are my own angel in human skin that God brought my way to liberate me from the life of hustle. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, ma, for being here for me today. Thank you, ma.
So, Solabuki, it's my honor, it's my pleasure for hosting you today, and I look forward to seeing you some other time. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's just a pleasure to be a blessing, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.